It is the final day at the 71st edition of the KPMG Women's PGA Championship. Fields Ranch East at PGA Frisco, in the home of the PGA of America, the site golf course which opened up just a couple of years ago. Third major championship of the season on the LPGA Tour. Terry Gannon, Morgan Pressel, Tom Abbott in the booth, Karen Stupples, Kate Cockrell, Paige McKenzie out on the golf course, Tara Banks talking to players, and David Price. In case we have any questions with the rules, those flags have been moving all week long. Blustery again on this final day. It is Minjee Lee, who is at 4 under. Started the day at 6 under par. The lead was 4 heading into this final round, trying to win her third major championship. So got some players in the mix, including Gino Titicun trying to win her first major at 1 under, and Austin Kim making a great run today. So they've played the opening 9 holes, and here in the fairway, Titicun, her second at 10.
Has 127, and this is the 8 high. She was in between clubs, but trying to knock this one down, take something off of it.
Yeah, just cut right through the wind there, Karen. That was a really well-struck shot. Well-struck shots are usually less affected by the wind.
Jumped to 13 and Tom.
This is Austin Kim chasing here with her tee shot to the par 3. Paige McKenzie out watching.
That was a 7-iron on a good, safe line.
This hole has only yielded 1 birdie so far today. Yumin Huang knocked it into just over 5 feet and made the putt. Let's go back to 10.
3 early bogeys on the front 9, and then a birdie to close it out. So back up to 4 under. Minjee Lee second now.
Minjee's got a 9-iron out, has 123. Ball is slightly above her feet. Wind is into, but also from the right as well. Trying to control this one too. That was just a knockdown swing as well.
Oh, has not been as sharp today. There's no doubt.
Feeling those final round nerves, trying to close out a major championship. It is never easy, especially in these conditions.
They want to say on the edge here at 12 for birdie. One of those certainly in the mix here coming down the stretch and the final day.
One of those players who maybe starting today didn't think they had a big chance, and here they are coming down the back 9. You never know.
Minjee Lee was so perfect yesterday. Bogey free. She was 3 under on a day when everybody was struggling, but today a little different. So those players do have a chance as we do come down the stretch in the back 9, the third major of the year. NBC Sports, along with the LPGA Tour and the PGA of America, are proud to present final round coverage of the KPMG Women's PGA Championship, part of the season-long race to the CME Globe. Not far from the urban setting of Dallas. We're about 30 miles north of there. Here in the heart of Texas, and a major championship being held here at Field Ranch East at PGA Frisco for the very first time. Gil Hanse design. Fans making their way around here, dealing with the wind as the players are, and they have for 4 straight days. Home of the PGA of America as they play for that 3rd trophy of the season in terms of majors. So we take a look at some of the highlights, and Minjee Lee started at 6 under, made an early bogey, this for par 5.
Everybody wanting to see, will she falter early here and give the rest of the field a chance?
4 under, this at 6. Another one of those that you get in major championships, Morgan.
Yeah, through 6 holes, only has made 15 feet of putts.
So she was 3 over on the day. How about Austin Kim, the 24-year-old out of Vanderbilt? New territory, never finished under than a share of 30th in a major championship.
Starting the day 9 back, Terry. Nothing to lose. Beauty on the first.
Shots like that, picking up shots on the front 9, get it to 2 over, and then at the par 3 8th from 157.
Clean card, another birdie on the 7th. And then this beauty on the tough 8, which is tough to get it close this week.
Tap in for birdie there, went out in 4 under par, so it is possible today to make a move. So 3 bogeys and pars, just searching at this point to close out the front 9, the leader.
Yeah, one of the these holes on the golf course, looking for the first birdie of the day, something to go her way, and she gets it done there at 9.
So the birdie putt maybe settles down Minjee Lee as we go out to the 3rd now at 10. Not easy, a little uncomfortable here.
No, exceptionally awkward. Got way too much ball there, but it was such an awkward stance, Morgan.
There's a bit of a decel in her swing into that 10th, trying to take too much off of it, and just a little tentative play, and she has continued to pay the price.
Par putt at 12 from Wanasayan. Yep, stays right there, even par. And I think you're right. The mindset really changes for these type players who thought, well, I'm too far back, but I'll go out and play as well as I can. Right now, they've got a chance. Titicoon certainly does. This from 33 feet away.
A little downhill, winds on her back. It feels quite exposed, this 10th green.
Judging by that graphic we had right there, she never had that high enough.
A 5-time winner on the LPGA Tour. Has yet to win a major championship. She struggled early today as well. To 11.
This is the Japanese player Miyu Yamashita's 3rd at 11.
A lot of practice swings. She was trying to get some fluid feel, tried to bump that, and it just stuck.
Yeah, bumping it through this Bermuda grass is very tricky.
22-year-old from Thailand with this left for par. Okay. A golf course conditions where if you do just hang in there, not make big mistakes, you might have a chance at the end.
It's all going to be about how many mistakes Minjee Lee makes on the next few holes. She lets the rest of the field back in. But there you see, I mean, her putting. Since switching to this broomstick putter at the start of the year, she switched to it because she was really struggling from inside of 4 feet. And the stats don't lie right there, Terry. That is some impressive stuff, just with a little bit of a switch in the putter. And it frees her up for the rest of her game, takes pressure off of her ball striking. But today, with her ball striking, she's actually putting a lot of pressure on this club right here,
No
the other
doubt.
way around.
About 19 feet away from par right now.
It is, and I think it's not easy for people to make that switch, Morgan, from a regular putter to a long putter. So all credit to her for being able to make that move as quickly as she has been.
Another drop shot, at least.
And not able to keep that momentum from that birdie on 9.
Go back over to the par 3 13th, and Austin Kim with a putt to get it to 2 under par. Remember, Minjee's going to fall to 3 under, so we can see a 2-shot swing at the top of the leaderboard here.
And really impressive that Austin pushed her shot all the way up here to pin high. From the tee marker, very difficult to tell, but there's not a lot of room up and around this whole location. Now just asking the other player in her group, Somi Lee, to move her mark. She would have gotten a little bit of a teach off Somi's first putt, but since she still has quite a bit of distance yet, I think she'll be reading mostly on her own. It's going to be back up the hill. There's a bit of a grain change, and then the last couple feet slightly going away from her.
You can kind of tell, Paige, even by her mannerisms and the way that she's going about her business here. She's a very intense player. She is very, very focused and really analytical as well. And there's a balance there between overanalyzing and being that athlete.
Yeah, I've just been impressed with her choices, both off the tee and again into this green, to be this aggressive, this whole location. What an opportunity now.
Wow, it was a lot slower than she had thought it was going to be. So a little bit of work still left to save par there on what is the second hardest hole on the golf course, that 13th. Let's go back to 10.
Not quite done for bogey.
No, it's not. And she's been working quite hard on all of her shots, really thinking a lot into everything right now. That was well holed.
Karen, everything went right yesterday for her. It was a brilliant round of golf. Started the day up by 4, but different mindset at this point. Starts the back 9 with a bogey. Today's coverage is brought to you by KPMG and by T-Mobile for Business, exclusive 5G solutions partner of the KPMG Women's PGA Championship.
Back on the tee at the 11th, and our tracing technology is brought to you in partnership with Rolex. Gino Tidican has already driven the ball here into the fairway. This is Minjee Lee.
Watching that anxiously, Tom, trying to carry that bunker. Just skirts around it.
This is Miyu Yamashita for a bogey.
Yeah, she's lost a few strokes around the green. And she's been so solid today. First big mistake.
Yeah, going to get 2 shots back, and she's going to fall to 3 over, 6 behind. And go over to the 13th, and an important putt for Austin Kim. This to save par. Yeah, nicely done. So let's set the scene for this final day on NBC. We join Morgan and Terry.
All right, Tom, thank you. So Minjee Lee, so impressive yesterday with that bogey-free round in the conditions that we had out here. Started the day at 6 under, up by 4. More tentative her play today. You know what it's like to close out a major championship. It is not easy. Maybe the tentativeness in part because of the 4-shot lead?
Yes, it's never easy to play with a huge lead. We see that time and time again. But for Minjee, it's really been the story of her putter. Reason why she switched to that putter earlier this year, her coach Richie Smith telling me that he felt like it freed her up mentally, which is what we've seen so far through 3 rounds. Today has been a little bit of a different story. Statistically this season, her 4th round putting statistics are not as good as the first 3. And we have seen that again. She's only made 24 putts through the first 10 holes today. And that has been key. She's giving up strokes to the field with her driver and her putting, 2 things that I really felt were key around this golf course. Opposite story for Austin Kim, who is dominating in the putting and driving categories so far today.
Take me into that mindset, because she was share a 10th, but 9 shots back entering this final round and going out and playing golf. And I'm sure she's checking leaderboards at this point, but just kept it going.
Yeah, that's a different place to be, the chaser. You go out, we saw that beautiful approach she hit on 1. I've talked to her quite a bit this year about her being a little bit uncomfortable being in the final few groups in the back 9 on the weekend and wanting to be more comfortable in that position. She looks about as good as she has ever been. Started working with Rick Sussinghouse earlier this year in April. Feels like that has been a huge difference, and we've seen her mental focus just be superb on this back 9. This will test her, though, more than anything she's ever done before.
4 under on the day, best round going out there, and finds a fairway again.
That driver is superb.
Flag today tucked way over on the left side in the back corner of this 13th green, which is why we've only had 1 birdie. Same hole location that they used for the final round of the Senior PGA Championship, which was played here a couple of years ago, right when the course was opening. It's only a 2-year-old golf course.
Lydia Ko, number 3 in the world at 5 over. This her 3rd at the last. 18. Great play.
Such a hard hole. Something interesting to watch, Terry, as we get into this back 9. The back 9 playing 2 strokes over par, the hardest it has played all week so far. So it's going to be a tough test here for these players to finish out this championship.
Midget Choi 2nd on the way.
And that was a 7-iron.
So Midget is fine. Let's look at where Minjee and Gino drove it. We saw Minjee's tee shot just down the left side. She was a bit concerned by that bunker, as Morgan was saying. Gino just drove it over the right-hand bunker. So the fairway does pinch in a little bit there, but with their distance, they're just fine.
I think just over. Just over.
137 for Minjee. She has an 8-iron. She is about a club longer than Hedging, so unlike this club for her, a pretty flat lie. You can't feel the wind on this fairway because you're sheltered by some trees on the right, but they're quite low trees, so once the ball gets up above them, it will be affected. It's into and off the right.
That's going to leave Minjee a great look at birdie and bounce back. Minjee makes her home in the Dallas area, as does Gino. So when they're practicing in the summertime, they are experiencing these conditions.
Yeah, it's hot and windy for sure. Gino was between two clubs, the 9-iron and the 8-iron. Gone with the 8-iron. Doesn't need all of it.
Really took a lot off of that one, like she did on the previous hole. Better distance control here.
Well, Minjee Lee with a 2-shot lead here, chasing her 3rd major championship title, has a good chance for a birdie at the 11th. The 11th, this is Gino Titagun for birdie.
Downhill all the way, Tom, from this part of the green.
Gino wins here today, so has a chance to go back to the top spot in the world rankings. She topped the Rolex rankings for a couple of weeks back in 2022. Let's go to the 14th.
Par 5. I think Austin Kim just laying up here.
Yes, she is. There's a bunker in front of her, just 150 carry, and then she's got quite a bit of run out. So it's really just dealer's choice on her 3rd shot, how far away she wants to be coming into this green.
You get a better angle the closer you take it up the right side into this green. The more left, the more downwind you have to deal with on your approach.
It's right down the middle, Morgan. In good shape.
Didn't carry that bunker by all of that much, trying to leave herself a more full shot into this green.
Back 13.
Check in with Shanette Wanasayan. She's 21 years of age, but already 2 wins on the LPGA Tour.
Think back to her win in Portland, her first win, Tom. One of the craziest rounds of golf ever.
Yeah, she'd never finished better than tied 24th on the tour when she won. And she was a Monday qualifier.
Lydia Ko hopes to finish up with this. Okay. Top 15. Great names out here on tour. Great players. On a par round as well.
Lydia Ko and Minjee Lee came through the amateur ranks at the same time, and in those days before Lydia started to win as an amateur, it was hard to tell who was going to be the biggest star. Minjee, though, has a chance to win her 3rd major championship today.
This putt, Tom, uphill. Also has some left movement in it as well.
This has been her closest approach so far today. Tentative again with that club, Karen.
It's been in protect mode a little bit, hasn't it?
Getting close, only with a 2-shot lead to where you got to turn it back up here.
Well, Minjee won her 1st major championship in the beautiful Evian Resort, the Diamante Evian Championship back in 2021, and then at Pine Needles, North Carolina, in the U.S. Women's Open in 2022. And that was a very impressive performance through the North Carolina Pines, close to Pinehurst, famous spot for golf. Wanasayan for par. No, costly, very costly. Can't afford to really make any mistakes when you're chasing at this point. But a lot of players have made bogeys here today. Over to Hidjin Choi for par.
And she hit the green, but putt went way past the hole, having to work hard.
Okay, no damage. Go ahead to the 14th.
Third coming up for Austin Kim, the 24-year-old out of Vanderbilt. Made her way out here via the Epson Tour. This is her second season on the LPGA, looking for the first win overall.
Yeah, in great position here. Looking for an 85-yard minimum carry. A little more carry on this left side where the hole is located to cover front. Can be aggressive with this hole location. Back into the wind.
Lost this one a little right. One of the things that she talked about that she feels like she's done really well this week is play her percentages, where she hasn't left herself in any crazy places to have to do something superhuman.
Check this out with our Exmo technology presented by KPMG. Morgan.
Had to have come into this with a little bit of an open club face. Her dad is her coach, her dad Christopher.
Gino now for a par at the 11th. Well, they're chasing down Minjee Lee. It was Minjee who came from 7 shots back when she won that Minjee Lee Championship in 2021. This time, though, she's trying to hang on, having had that 4-shot lead to start the day.
So that final group, they are playing threesomes today, having reached the tee at the 12th. And yes, the wind, a major factor today. There's no doubt about it. Not quite what we felt yesterday, because at times it lays down. It'll blow as fiercely as it did, but you do have some lulls in the wind. You know, Titicun setting up here on the tee. Going to check out the driving performance, powered by 5G Solutions, T-Mobile for Business.
She does have quite a high ball flight, so keep an eye out for that. There is trouble down the right. There's a penalty area that runs all the way down that right side, but the rough on the left, if you're just off the fairway, is particularly thick. However, you can go a little deeper and you might catch a break, but Gino focusing on the fairway here.
Missed it way right here yesterday.
This is a high draw.
Way to straighten that one out right there.
9 players out there who are under par on their rounds. Oh, just dropped to 8. We only had 3 all day yesterday in that third round. Lexi for par at 12.
Hit a 4-iron into the screen left, chip to this point. It was a grinding, hard-working par.
Pretty much the story of the entire week around this golf course.
Yeah.
Hard work.
Minjee Lee now.
Another one that she does need to hit the fairway. She got a little bit lucky yesterday, Morgan, when she missed the fairway here to have a good crack at the green.
So watching this closely, she was a little shaky off the tee to start, had hit the last 6 straight fairways. That lie looks to be okay. I could see it.
Normally it sits up and it just goes right down, disappears. Not that time. Austin Kim, that ball released just off the edge.
It did, and what she has remaining uphill to this whole location as well as into the wind. It's kind of variable in the direction around this hole. I think that the hills and some of the bushes have been breakers, but this one very exposed on the green, so back uphill into the wind. Probably going to move a little bit from her right to left as well.
She needs Mark moved here in her way. Charlie going to get a read.
You can see there are leaderboards out there, so she does know where she stands.
We saw a little misjudgment of speed on the previous hole, but overall she has had tremendous speed and hasn't shown really any cracks with nerves. Just stayed within herself, kept the same pace. She's got a very nice rhythmic golf swing, which again, in the wind, when things tend to speed up, has been really, really steady throughout today.
Paige, Terry mentioned that leaderboard that's right there. And talking to Rick Sessinghouse, her new mental coach, and he said that her plan today to make sure she stays committed to every shot, not be focused on what the other people are doing. That gets a lot harder to do as you get closer to winning a major.
And you want to know where you stand coming down the stretch on the final day of a major championship.
Go! Left a little hard, yeah. I think if we said coming down right now, coming down on it, or like, even if it comes down middle of the TV tower, it's good, yeah?
Coming up well short there on the green with the approach. Hye-Jin Choi part of that final group along with Gino Titakun and Minjee Lee. Keep it here for Gino.
She has 181, got a 5 iron out. Ball is above her feet. Into the wind. It's another fairway that's sheltered by the trees on the right. They're quite low trees. Once the ball gets above the wind, above those trees, the wind will hit it quite into from here.
Whole location today, she can take dead aim.
She's done that.
Just didn't quite play for enough of that into the wind that you mentioned, Karen. Lengthy putt.
This final group. Go up to 14 and one of those right there. 2 off the lead. Austin Kim trying to stay there.
Continuing to stick to her process, stick to her routine.
Routine on the putting, same thing every time, no matter the distance. It's a heck of a round. Bogey free here in that run late in the opening 9.
Right of it.
Back here to the rough and Minjee.
She has a 7 iron out, only 176 to the hole. She does have a decent lie, however, she cannot run this up because of the bunker that's right in front of the green. I'll try and carry it.
Yeah, did.
What a shot.
Gets the release.
Out of the rough, which has been about a half-stroke penalty for the field when you miss a fairway around this golf course. Impressive.
I know it's guesswork at times out of that Bermuda rough. That was so well judged. Great opportunity to get it to 4 under. Wind continues to blow here in Texas. Back out here at 12. Hye-Jin Choi looking at a long putt coming up. A reminder, T-Mobile for Business. Advanced 5G solutions are powering golf's biggest moments all the way across this green for Hye-Jin now.
It really is. And judging the speed is going to be a little awkward. I'm going to try and keep it away from the swale in the middle of this putt, but keeping it left of it.
How well judged was that? Man. Really well done. To 15.
Yeah, this is a big hole for Austin Kim, the drivable par 4.
Wind out of the left should be a comfortable shot shape. She doesn't mind a fade.
Oh dear.
Too much.
Wind's got this.
Oh, it's going to catch that bunker. Had 3 eagles here today.
Bunker's not bad, Tom, into the wind, depending on where that'll end up as a lie.
Wanna say, and just 4 off the lead here at 14. Third at the par 5. Will it? No. Really use a birdie here at this par 5. Titicun, also a long one at 12.
It is slightly different angle, doesn't have to deal with that swell so much. However, still going to move to the right.
Within that range, Morgan.
I gave it a good run. Got good speed read from Hedge in there.
Angel Yin for birdie at 16.
She's quietly creeping her way right up this leaderboard, Terry.
Yeah.
Wow.
Top 5 right now, back-to-back birdies. And some fans. Want to say in for birdie. He's got the wedge out, huh?
I'm starting to feel like she needs to make something happen here. It's quite a bit too far back, running out of holes.
Could have used a better approach right there.
Yeah, with the wedge in her hand. She'd be disappointed with that one.
Minjee Lee, what a shot in here. This to get it back up to 4 under.
Back to back, really good approach shots now from Minjee. And I think this is about as good a spot as you could putt from on this green. Uphill, wind's on her chest.
Pay attention to the speed here, Karen. Let's see how much she gives this one.
It's been that kind of day, Morgan.
Yeah, I like that one got past the hole, Terry. It was not quite enough read, though, but more aggressive than some of the other putts we've seen her hit.
Just hasn't had the magic in the putter today that we've seen throughout the week. Keep it here for Gino.
Yeah, there's another player who on the first day, I mean, really lit up our attention spans with her putting. I mean, making so many feater putts. Just hasn't found that same magic, Morgan, since round 1.
Yeah, I talked to her coach about it, who's been out here with her this week, said that she was really struggling, especially yesterday, with the read of the greens with how much wind there was. She really felt uncomfortable.
So 1 under still for Gino, trying to win a first major championship. We got a moment. We welcome in Paul Knopp, who is the chair and CEO of KPMG US. Paul, great to see you. Great.
Terry, it's great to be here. Thank you.
Exciting week here. There's no doubt about it.
It is. It looks like we're in store for an exciting finish.
No doubt, coming down the stretch. Been a great relationship, KPMG and the LPGA, PGA of America, for a decade now. This is the 11th time for this championship, but big announcements every year, it seems, earlier this week for the purse.
Absolutely. So delivering with excellence is core to our mission and purpose to our clients at KPMG, but that commitment also extends to the women on the LPGA Tour, and we're setting the standard for excellence in women's golf. And as I think about that purse, Terry, it's $12 million this year. It's tied for the highest purse on the tour, and it's gone up 430% since the inception of the KPMG Women's PGA Championship in 2015. Couldn't be prouder of that. And that's part of that raising the standards of excellence. And of course also the amazing viewership on NBC, the Golf Channel, and Peacock. It's the highest level of network coverage we've had since the championship began. It's almost 100 hours in total of coverage. And that includes the new featured groups this year, which has been really fantastic on Peacock.
I know you help large companies with technology and AI and the like. How about golf in this week?
No, absolutely. So we are trying to ensure that these women have all the amazing tools that technology brings to bear. And it starts with KPMG Performance Insights. It's real-time shot level data that the women on the LPGA Tour can use to diagnose, assess, and really improve their performance, much like we do for our clients, because we're the most technology-forward event on the LPGA Tour. That's then integrated too with the Champcast to make sure that it's all real-time, using that data and analytics platform that KPMG is so proud to deliver to this event. It's also this new daily recap report too. So the women of the LPGA Tour that are playing this great championship can get this information, AI-driven information, that helps them understand how they're performing on each and every hole, how the hole's playing. So if they need to change their strategy, they can change their strategy to improve their performance.
Great stuff. I know the players love it, and you help us too. So thank you for that as well, and best of luck the rest of the way.
Yeah, thanks for the great partnership with NBC.
Continued success. Paul Knopp, who is the chair and CEO of KPMG US. Out to the play here at 15.
Yeah, a little bit of an awkward lie for Austin Kim in the bunker.
Steep shoulder angle. Came out a lot lower because of that shoulder angle and how that stance was, but not bad from there.
Yeah, but this is a hole she really needs to birdie. If she's going to have a chance of winning this championship, we can take another look at that one.
Yeah, she got unlucky to end up here with such an awkward stance. Really did a good job staying down and through it, but just impossible to get it much closer than she did.
Yeah, 4 players have found that bunker today before her, and 2 have made birdie. Minjee Lee looking at what's next for her. Back on the 13th hole, looking down on that par 3, and a quick check of the first page of the leaderboard, where Minjee Lee has a 2-shot lead. Austin Kim, you can see there, in a tie for second alongside Gino Tidekun. So let's go over to 15 now, and Austin Kim for the birdie.
Hasn't made a putt of length on this second 9 yet. This would be a good one.
It certainly would. And it's not going to drop, so it's just going to be a 4 on what is playing as the easiest hole on the golf course today. It's playing under 3.5 shots today. So a 4 here might feel like a bit of a bogey with the length that Austin Kim has off the tee. This is going to feel like a long par 3. So that gives a little bit of hope to Minjee there that Austin has not made birdie at 15. And the final 3 ball, which includes Minjee Lee, is on the tee at the 13th, playing alongside Gino Tidekun, who's going to be first to go.
Gino's been in between clubs a lot today. Had 2 clubs out. Most times she's been addressing the ball. This time it was between the 6 iron and the 7 iron. Gone with the 7. And I think the players in general are struggling to get to grips with the true wind direction, because it's so swirly, and everyone seems to be a crosswind as opposed to directly into or down.
This has now become the hardest hole on the golf course.
That left hole location, Tom, is really tough to get it close. Most players ending up having to putt across the green, as we've seen. Small little area there where that hole is located today.
So let's take a look at the numbers here. 39 pars mentioned earlier. Yumin Huang with the birdie, hit it just outside 5 feet and made it. But 4 double bogeys or worse, and you can see they've all come when players have found the bunker.
It's very deceptive, this wind on this tee. Got the clouds blowing straight into you, but the flag up by the green is blowing left to right.
Yeah, it does, yeah. That's fine. I reckon it's 6 o'clock. Yep. Plays left, right.
Minjee also has a 7 iron out.
In between clubs, Karen, maybe going with the 1 more for an easy swing.
Trying to keep it down. This also out to the right.
As I said, a very commonplace today, as we can see from that graphic as well. That's a tester right there.
We're going to go over to the 15th, and Shanette Wanasayan on the tee.
After a little bit of a wait, pulling out the driver. Oh, and she hit that solid up the left center of the green.
Club twirl there. This could come back and get a lot better.
It will. It's steep there.
And she doesn't know that. You can't see the surface of the green from the tee, but it sure felt good.
And that's going to leave Shanette Wanasayan with an eagle putt to get it under par for the championship. And this is at the 17th. This is for 3 birdies in a row for Angel Yin. Okay, so Angel gets to 1 over. If she could birdie the last and set a target at level par, it would be unlikely, but you never know. A lot of things can happen down the stretch in a major.
Today's coverage is brought to you by KPMG and by Toyo Tires. Just do what you love. Back in Frisco, Texas, to remind you the KPMG Women's PGA Championship is presented by the PGA of America and our more than 30,000 PGA of America golf professionals. We love this game. Austin Kim on the tee at 16, 2 off the lead.
Downwind. She can keep this in play. She'll have a short iron in hand. In good shape.
That graphic we kept showing yesterday for Minjee Lee. Only player in the field bogey-free today.
Just a superb, another superb drive.
Gino Tidekun second at 13.
Going with the flat-face chip shot, Tom, rather than going with the putter from just off the green.
May not have been the best decision. What to do there for Gino as we go to 14.
Tosado EY went out in 1 over 38. All par so far in the back 9. Not anymore.
Now it's about trying to get your way as far up that leaderboard as you can. You talked about that big purse. It's a lot of money on the line.
Hey, and Angel Yin's made a move late. We'll see if EY can do it coming down the stretch as well.
That's a look at the 13th green from above. Cuts into the side of the hill, and they put that bunker all the way around the green, and it has been a spot to avoid in this final round, which is exactly what Minjee Lee has done. However, she's left herself a long birdie putt.
Not only long, but quite tricky in all manner of ways. Obviously, there's a little bit of undulation involved. There's uphill and downhill, then uphill again towards the hole. There's some right to left movement in this also. That combined with some grain changes, down grain, then into the grain, then down grain. So I mean, there's a lot to process when you're looking at this putt and trying to zero in on the speed. That combined with it being a bit into the wind as well. I mean, my goodness. I mean, she's got a lot going on here.
There's 7 players that have hit it in a similar spot today on this green, and every single one has 3 putted.
Far enough, Tom, with that long putter to really generate enough momentum. She has statistically cut down the number of 3 putts per week this season by more than 1, averaging over 3 last season. This season, just barely 2 a week.
Ejin Choi is 5 shots back at this point. She's got a putt for birdie.
She faces the same thing as Minjee and Gino did. And you have the same kind of undulation, slightly different angle, but still a lot to take on board. And it's one of those ones that you just like to try and turn off your brain a little bit and just rely on true instincts, but so hard to do under these circumstances when you're trying to, when this golf course demands perfection, it's hard to let it go sometimes.
was second in a major as an amateur. That was back in 2017 at the US Women's Open. Turned professional shortly after that. Has been successful on the LPGA Tour, but has not won yet.
She's such a good player, Tom, and I think every week it's just how is she not won?
She didn't learn anything there from Minjee's putt.
Like it.
Second and 16, Austin Kim.
She's got 127 yards to the front of this green, which is really all about the number that she's probably thinking. It is way downwind, a little bit off the right as well. And again, this is a golf hole that is played so difficult for the majority of the field, but Austin able to carry the majority of the trouble as this fairway pinches in. So suddenly can be a little offensive.
Such a hard green to find all week. Oh, but she carries it past the flagstick.
And stopped it.
That's incredible.
Good look to get it to 2 under and within 1.
Important putts here. This is Tudekun for par.
It is. And as with all 3 players in this group, none of them have been able to do very much with this club today.
I think there's cellophane over the hole, Karen.
It's an eagle putt at the 15th for Shaneti Wanasean.
It is, and the wind has really picked up, trying to stay steady over this.
Is it going to drop? It is. And Wanasean moves to 1 under par, and she could be within 1 of the lead here shortly, because Minjee still has work to do for her par at the 13th. And this is so much closer than it looked early in the round when Minjee had a 5-shot lead after the first hole. And there are a number of players that could still win this major championship. Hye-Jin Choi has an outside chance. Minjee just waiting for her turn. And an anxious wait, I would think, knowing what's in front of her. And are there any leaderboards out there for these players to see?
Not on this hole, so you can't see right now. I think there's one up on 14. So you will be able to get a sense of what's going on there. It very much feels like you're in your own world with this final group, because the lead was so big for Minjee at the start of the day.
Wow, that is a very poor putt there from Hye-Jin Choi. So she's going to drop the 3 over par, and you would think her chances of winning this championship have fallen away now. This is a really important putt here for Minjee Lee. If she misses this, it just sends that bit of hope to those players chasing. If she makes, of course, it's a 2-shot lead. A little bit of comfort with some birdie opportunities still to come, especially that 15th hole. She's not had a 3-putt this week.
It's one of those times you just have to forget what's happened and try and just be the best version of you on this one putt. I mean, this is all that matters right now, is this one putt.
Start it on your line. Give it enough speed.
Made it. That was really important for Minjee Lee. Good 2-putt. And she remains 2 ahead here in the final round of the KPMG Women's PGA.
Great shot for Austin Kim here at 16, and a chance to get within 1.
She walked up with a wry smile. I do not think that she intended to hit it all the way back to this location. Sets up a good birdie look, though, uphill, left to right.
I just like the way she's going about her business page, walking with a lot of confidence.
Oh, man. Yeah.
I thought there was no way that could miss. That looked like a fantastic putt.
I think that was the win, just enough to hold it up.
Think about that putt and the par save we just saw from Minjee Lee, the difference in major championships.
Goodness gracious.
All right, back on the tee at 14, Minjee.
Wind off the left. This one going down the left side.
Good bounce. Big difference there between being in the rough and not being able to carry the cross bunker. It's in a good spot now.
So gets that kick, stays in the fairway here at 14. Keep it here for Gino Titkun, and we check out our driving performance powered by 5G solutions from T-Mobile for Business.
I think because of this wind pushing the ball to the right, the fairway kicking to the right, players start line have to be down the left half of this fairway.
It's drifting, needs a straight bounce.
That's fine.
Can't quite see it from there, but it is just fine in the fairway. So Minjee Lee with the big par save at 13, and Austin Kim to get within 1. Yeah, we all feel that right now. We know what you're going through there.
Back on the tee at the 17th with a player who is chasing Minjee Lee. This is Austin Kim with our tracing technology, brought to you in partnership with Rolex.
Difficult to access this left hole. Wind blowing hard from left to right.
She stayed really aggressive through her golf swing today. Haven't seen any sort of tentativeness. Looks really comfortable under this immense pressure.
Check in with the #1 player in the world, Nelly Korda at 14 for birdie. Still looking for that first win this season. Incredible year last year with 7 wins. Active scorecard for Nelly today. Take you up to 18. She birdied 15, 16, 17 in a row. Angel Yin has. No one else has done that this week. Missed the green here from the bunker.
The 18th hole right now is the hardest hole on the golf course, playing more than a half a stroke over par.
Hedgen Choi's second coming up.
And it's one of those layups that you do have to be so careful on. There's a cross bunker that you do have to carry to put yourself into a good position. I think with this wind direction, it's much easier for the players to do that today. Oh, this one's drifting to the right on that wind.
God, top lip of the bunker. Not sure if it was able to come down to the flat. We've seen some nasty plugged lies in some of the lips around this golf course.
Keep it here for, I believe, Minjee Lee next.
It is, and she only has 237 to the front, and I think if there was no creek in front of this green, she would definitely be pulling out a different club. But because of that creek, she's going to lay up.
Bunker on the left side. She was there in practice when I was walking this hole earlier in the week. Not an easy spot to be. Laid up well back of that.
Coming off the eagle at 15, Shanette Wanasayan, the 21-year-old from Thailand in her 3rd year out here. A couple of wins, but this would be the biggest by far.
Yeah, hit a good drive there, Terry. 162 to the front. Dead downwind.
Looking for a bounce. You've seen he landed short of these greens. You don't get that same bounce as if it lands on the putting surface.
Wanasayan never better than to share a 17th in a major championship. So, like Austin Kim, unfamiliar territory, just 2 off the lead the final day. So many great names have won this championship throughout the years. How about 2001? Kari Webb becoming the youngest woman to complete the career Grand Slam. 2-shot win over Laura Diaz, her 2nd consecutive major win after winning the U.S. Women's Open weeks prior. Player from Australia leading the way here, as she did to start this final round. Minjee Lee, the lead was 4 to start the final round. It is down to 2, but hanging in there and in the fairway here for her 3rd at 14.
And it really was a well thought up layup. That's 89 yards. But the wind is going to push this to the right. So you allow a little bit for that, but be happy if it leaves a little bit right of the flag.
Looking about 10 feet right here, Karen. It's a little three-quarter wedge.
Or how about left of it?
That's a gutsy play right there.
Under the pressure, too. Big time shot. And we are lucky enough to have Kari Webb join us via the phone right now. Kari, thanks so much for taking this time. What do you make of what Minjee is doing here in a major championship?
Well, I think she's just hanging tough. I mean, I was out there the first 3 days, and it's just really challenging conditions. Course setup isn't easy at all, and she's just hanging tough. She's got such a great mentality for major championships.
You know all about major championships and winning and running away from the field. You've started final rounds with big leads. The lead was 4 for her. What's that like when you're up 4 in terms of a mindset and attacking on that final day?
I think it's almost more uncomfortable than if you were tied for the lead or even 1 ahead. I think, especially with the conditions that they knew they were going to be faced with today, you know, I think that just makes that mental challenge even more so. And it's hard because you don't want to play conservatively. You want to try and play the way you have the last 3 days, but you also don't. The way that course is set up, it almost doesn't reward taking on too much risk, but it also then makes it really challenging to hold the greens if you play too conservatively. So I think she's done really well today. I think, you know, Minjee, you can't really read her. You can't tell if she's playing well or playing badly, which I think is great. I mean, she's not showing any negative body language to her playing partners, which is probably making them feel like she feels in control, even if inside she's still very nervous.
All right, Kari going to stay with us for a couple of moments, and we go to 16. Jeanette Wanasayan, one of those just 2 off the lead. This is her 3rd at the par 4.
Yeah, a lot of green to work with, downhill, downwind. And that wind also kind of pushing it over to the left side of the hole.
This is Austin Kim for a birdie at the 17th.
This will be a very slow putt, moving right to left.
Left it short. We saw her tee shot here at 17. This was just before she teed off. Keep your eyes on the screen. Yeah. That's how windy it is. And the gentleman in the gallery, I'm sure, was pretty embarrassed with Charlie Hull. His hat back. He should have been wearing a cowboy hat.
Would have stayed on, right?
He would have stayed on.
Moment ago at the 18th, Angel Yin for par.
Big money putt right here.
Three straight birdies coming in to get to that point. And we drop a shot here at the last. At least one. Got this to make. Okay.
Anything in the 60s around this golf course all week has been incredibly impressive.
Big putt, Wanasayan.
Made a putt about this length on the last hole for eagle.
Starting to feel like a must make.
Oh my gosh.
I think a bit of the grain and the end of the wind got her there.
Wow. Yeah, so the eagle at 15, drop shot there, now 3 back.
Pretty important putt here for Austin Kim. Needs to make this, stay at 1 under. Okay, good 2-putt in the end. Difficult hole to come at 18.
Especially thinking of the mess she made of that 17th yesterday, Tom. Way to push that out of her mind.
This is EY at the 15th hole. Yes, nicely done there. There's a birdie there, so she gets to within 4 as we go back down to Minjee.
Up by 2 still, Morgan.
Yeah, Kari, we still have Kari here on the phone. I wanted to ask you about something that we talked about earlier today. You talked about how yesterday's round is something that Minjee's always capable of, but it's the search of what gets her there mentally. What did you mean by that? Can you elaborate on that?
Well, I just think it's just getting in the right mind frame for her. I think sometimes Minjee tries, where I was overly hard on myself, I think she tries to not be that way, but sometimes I think, she needs to give herself a kick in the bum and get on with it sometimes rather than accepting, a stretch of poor shots. So I think it's good for her to be not so hard on herself, but I think she's just got to find that balance of getting herself into it and motivated to continually challenge and win versus handling her mental health.
So that miss by Tidikun there a moment ago. Kari, you've been such a great mentor for so many players come over from Australia, not just with the scholarships, but also just being a mentor. What's the biggest thing you tell young players when they start here on the LPGA Tour?
Oh, the biggest thing, I think you have to want to be out there. You have to want to work hard. It's fun when you're holding up the trophies, but there's a lot that goes into it before then, and I think you've got to be there for the whole ride and not just the good part.
Yeah, hanging in there today, Minjee Lee coming down the stretch here, back 9 of a major, trying to win her third. Kari, can't thank you enough for taking the time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. I hope Minjee can get this done. Next year it'd be pretty awesome to have her as defending champion and Hannah Green as defending champion at Hazeltine, and that'd be pretty cool.
It was 2019, and the putt here for Minjee Lee. Back to 4 under. So we thank Kari Webb. Our course conversations presented by KPMG maybe brought her luck.
Those last 2 putts, the 2 longest putts she has made all day. Clutch when it is the most important.
Big time, no doubt about it. On the tee at the last, Austin Kim now trailing by 3.
It's going to be about club selection, a lot of helping wind.
Land soft, please.
A lot of power, so clubbing back, just asking for it to not get a big hop down that ridge. That could be
pretty soft.
Perfect.
Well placed.
I couldn't walk that out there any better. Her swing has looked really solid today. It's been very impressive under this kind of pressure when the tendency is to get quick.
You're going to feel like Shanetti Wanasea needs to go birdie, tee shot here at 17.
Always interesting to see how a player responds to making a bogey.
Oh, pretty well, I'd say.
So Minjee Lee up by 3. So many times we remember that great birdie at 17 or 18 the last couple of holes. In major championships, it is often the putts from this distance at 13 for par, and this one a moment ago to get it back to 4 under.
Back on the tee at the 15th. It's been a long day out here. Minjee just having a little fruit snack on the tee. 4 holes to play. Keep the energy levels up. Maybe a few pips in there as well. She needs to say. There you go. Up on the green, Lexi Thompson for a birdie. Well, Lexi had a chance at the beginning of the day. Started the day 1 over par. We've had to have played some really good golf, but unfortunately has kind of gone the wrong way for Lexi. Not playing a full schedule. She is going to play next week in the Dow Championship, a pairs event, and then she's going to take an extended break from the tour.
I think that getting some good rhythm, though, Tom, has been helpful for her. Instead of playing so sporadically, playing a few events in a row to just put together a couple good finishes the last 2 weeks.
This is Grace Kim for a birdie at 17. Had that really good round yesterday early. She was there with Hannah Green when she won this championship at Hazeltine, and I dare say she may celebrate with her fellow countrywoman Minjee Lee if Minjee can get the job done in just a little while here at PGA Frisco. As back over to this 15th hole. Drivable this weekend. Plays uphill. The players can easily reach the green off the tee. Another player who'll be disappointed with her performance today, Morgan. Nelly Corder.
Definitely had a chance, especially the way that Minjee played that opening 9, but couldn't take advantage.
And these players would have had to have gone out and had the best round of the day. I mean, 4 under par is the best we've seen so far, so they would have had to play a little better than that. They have the game to do it. Want to say him for a birdie at 17. That's a really good tool. A 2 at 15 and a 2 at 17. And she is 3 back, hoping for some mistakes from this player, Minjee Lee, who continues to wait on the tee at the 15. Minjee, with a victory, would get to 3 major championship wins. There'd be only one active player with more majors, and that's Yanni Sen, who has come back to play a few events on the LPGA Tour this year. That would mean a win here, and Minjee would have a chance at the Grand Slam at Royal Porth Court.
That's inside the left, just in the left edge of the green, that box.
AIG Women's Open. Try and find a flat spot here on the tee.
Yes, those ribbon tees, Tom, where they're not, technically straight, flat tee boxes. They can have a little bit of slope to them as well.
Yeah, the tees here just look like a piece of fairway, really.
They do. So just out playing 235, 207 to the front, but it does play uphill quite significantly. The advantage Minjee has on this tee shot over a lot of other players is she gets a lot of height with her driver, and there's a backstop. Nice big slope at the back of the green that can help bring the ball back down. This needs to fade a little bit. It's up the left side.
Might get it. It's not as steep on that side as it is behind the hole, so it might just settle. It's trying. Yeah, just going to settle on the bank there. As we take a look at our Exmo technology presented by KPMG.
She's really trying to close the gap with her left shoulder and left hip coming down. It's a good looking swing. The safe play, didn't want to lose it too far right. Was hoping to get some more of that slope.
4 shots back, 4 to play. Gino Tidican.
Also very capable of hitting this high. And she too looking up that left side of the green, looking for the wind to push it to the right.
Beauty here yesterday. One of her best swings of the day.
Oh, and this started right, going more right.
Oh! See her exhale there in frustration. That caught cart path too. Oh my goodness.
I mean, that is way out there.
I still like that square exit sign up there. Coming down
See how that is lying. Nobody's really been over there in this championship.
Right up near the edge, basically a perfect tee shot, Austin Kim.
Yes, and she's got, again, severe downwind coming into this green. The real danger is anything left. She's had a couple of pulls with the irons earlier in the day, likely just picking a target right this pin. Must carry 135 to cover.
It's just been a brutal hole. 1 birdie all day.
Oh, they just...
Fast, it just set too quickly. What a beauty.
Exactly. It listened too well. I can't believe it.
She can't believe it. That was a wonderful golf swing. Landed it in the exact spot she wanted to. Just, I can't believe that stopped so quickly. Downwind, uphill.
Did you enjoy a tee shot at the 15th?
It's going to have to work with this uphill, kind of split the difference between those two.
That looks good, doesn't it? Yeah, now needs to just sit down a bit. Okay.
It's like it can't stay up there, Tom,
Yeah,
can
it's
it?
got to
No.
come back down. She's going to have a putt for an eagle here at the 15th.
But it is Minjee Lee who has a 3-shot lead, trying to become the 3rd player from Australia to have 3 major championship titles or more. Great names, Jan Stevenson and Kari Webb. Those two, she can join, make it a trio at the end of the day. We'll see.
Hello there, everyone. Kaylin Henderson here with Team Callaway, and I am teaming up with our Callaway family to bring you uninterrupted coverage of the KPMG Women's PGA Championship. That is right, uninterrupted coverage, and it is all thanks to Callaway's Chrome Tour golf balls. From the speed of the Chrome Tour Triple Diamond, I have seen the numbers and they are wild, to the precision of the Chrome Tour X and the feel of the Chrome Tour, this family truly has it all. So sit back, relax, sip on a nice Arnold Palmer root beer, and enjoy the best players in the world going head-to-head against each other. And of course, thank you to the Callaway Chrome Tour golf balls, the new gold standard.
Okay, we will. And we'll keep it right here all the way through the final putt. Uninterrupted. Minjee Lee, 4 under, up by 3. You know what it's like to close out a major championship. You say, all right, I got a 3-shot lead, everything in control. Not at a major.
It's not easy, and 16 and 18 are 2 of the hardest holes on the golf course too, so still have that challenge ahead. Austin trying to make only the 2nd birdie on 18 today to give Minjee something to think about here as she plays those final few holes.
You know, in Morgan, it's been just really a pleasure to watch Austin play today. You go back to the approach shot at 16, the approach shot here at 18, you get an idea of the quality and caliber of this player. The manual leaderboard has not updated, so if she were to take a look, she would think she's 2 back. I don't think it matters. She knows she needs to make this, whether it's 2 or 3.
I agree, Paige. I've been very impressed with what we've seen from Austin today under this kind of pressure. I think this is a huge launching pad for her in her career, confidence-wise. She definitely gave it a run.
Yeah, I mean, the confidence she's going to take from this best finish in a major championship, and also on the final day, going out there and playing free golf, just going to get it.
And most of the back 9, she was really in contention too, so mentally she was able to stay with it and hit some incredible shots.
Over at the 15th is where Minjee has driven it.
She's trying to decide if she wants to chip it or putt this. Initially she had the wedge out to chip it, but now seems to be settling on the putter. And when I had a good look at it, I thought that the putter was not a bad play. I mean, it's quite significantly downhill, so the ball should roll smoother through that than if she was putting uphill through the Bermuda.
She can get this up and down, Karen. Gives her that cushion playing the last 3 holes.
I think that would be a very comforting feeling. That looked to be rolling pretty smoothly.
To sit. Doing pretty good effort there, and that will be to get back to 4 in front. She had a 4-shot lead after 5 holes today. 5-shot lead after the opening hole. Started the day with a 4-shot lead. Go back up to the 18th.
Austin Kim with this left to finish with a par.
A little bit of wind coming back into her, so needs a nice assertive stroke. Wants to dip a little from right to left.
She has been assertive with these all day.
Final round 68, that's brilliant. How important that might be, that effort, and obviously this thing's not done yet, but in the clubhouse at 1 under, so that's the number that Minjee Lee is going to look up and say, okay, I got to beat that.
We saw the kind of wild drive from Tidakun. This is the birdie putt, pitch down to here.
It is back uphill. I think she did really well hitting the green, Tom, from where she was.
Yeah. It's going to be, well, it should be a 4 for Gina.
Now another player with a chance to get it better than 1 under to finish here. Want to say it?
Just going to the right.
Really firm up the right there, Kay.
It is. going to find herself in that rough, that fescue rough.
Go back over to the 15th. Hye-Jin Choi has this for an eagle.
It's been a pretty lean day for her today, and struggled to really get things going on the green. Hasn't been particularly aggressive, has been very sort of gentle when it comes to the putts.
Just going to hang on the edge.
Another one there. Karen talked to Chris Cho, who she works with on her putting, said she's a drip putter. And unfortunately, that's not working out very well for her here today.
And the only player to birdie the 15th hole all 4 rounds today. This week, I should say. Hye-Jin Choi. This is Chisato Iwai at the 17th. It's the name to remember for future years, along with her twin sister Akie, very talented. Chisato already a winner on the LPGA Tour. Akie has come close. And we will be seeing Chisato or Akie or both contending in the 2 majors that are still upcoming on the 2025 schedule. The Evian Championship, which takes place next month, and then the AIG Women's Open, which finishes up in early August. You'll see Evian on Golf Channel and the AIG Women's Open conclude on NBC. Minjee now for the birdie.
And this green is getting a lot of wind right now, so hold on to your hats.
Yeah, good up and down. Gets her to 5 under par, gives her a comfortable cushion. Even if Wanasean makes birdie on the 18th hole, she's still going to be 3 ahead. At the moment, she's 4 ahead with 3 holes to play. A couple of difficult holes in there, but she's got some shots to play with, depending on what Gino can do. And Gino, if this goes in, is still going to be 5 shots back. Got to be disappointing for Gino Tidekun, who played so well in the early part of this championship, still chasing her first major win. It looked like it was going to come here after that opening round of 68, led by 1. But hasn't been able to make it happen over the weekend.
All right, we'll see how difficult this second at 18 is for Wanasean.
It's actually not that bad a lie. Full pitching wedge, 125 at the front.
And here's going to release.
That's a really exceptional shot from where she was right there. We haven't seen anybody be able to control it that well from that fescue rough on 18.
Chance to finish up at 2 under if she makes that putt. But how about 13 the par save, and then back-to-back 14 and 15 to get the lead back up to 4 for Minjee Lee.
It's the putting. It's the reason why she switched putters over the winter. Her brother Minwoo earlier this year said, watch out for Minjee with this new putter. It's cool to see her get her mojo back, and has she turned it up on this back 9? And the difference from the front 9 to the back 9 has been the putting. And she looks very much back in control of this championship.
24th in the Rolex World Ranking. You think of her as a better player than that, higher ranked player than that. That's where she checks in right now. But
she's had a rough year. It's really since, we talked about it yesterday, since the U.S. Women's Open last year, when she had a real good chance heading into Sunday to win and had a terrible final round that really hurt her confidence. And she's just struggled since then. So it's great to see her back in the form that has made her a multiple major champion.
So that's the last 3 right there. And 16's been tough. Opportunity at 17, and then 18. We know you can make a birdie, but it's awfully difficult. Final group on this tee here at 16.
And Terry, for a hole that has no bunkers on it, it certainly knows how to pack a punch. You've got the penalty area down the right-hand side that kind of creeps in just a little bit right in their driving zone. So you do have to be very careful of that. You've got some thicker rough down the left side that has made getting to the green quite difficult because the approach is long, because you're not getting the same kind of bounce through the rough as you do on the fairway. It does play downwind, so that's always helpful in terms of getting more distance off the tee shot, but the green slopes away from these players. So there's a lot going on the hole that seemingly looks like there's not much happening.
Karen's the second hardest green on the course to hit today. Job number 1, find the fairway.
This one's going down the left towards the left rough.
That's going to make it that much harder to control, and that sat down.
We'll keep it here with this final group, 60T, and remind you our uninterrupted coverage during this final hour of the KPMG Women's PGA Championship, presented by Callaway in the Chrome Tour Golf Ball. Hedge and Joy.
Hedge doesn't hit the ball quite as far as the other two in this group, neither Gino or Minjee. She's certainly pretty steady, and this one is going to be just fine down the fairway.
We go up to 18. Shanette Wana saying just her 9th start in a major championship, and this is going to be by far her best finish.
Terry, it's easy to overlook this sort of understated player. And it's easy to forget that she's won twice on the LPGA Tour, and she's only 21 years old. I really like her simple approach to this game and her swing, and what a shot here at 18. She set herself up for a really good look at birdie.
She talked about how she went on to win in Toledo, how her heart was racing the entire final round. Can you imagine how she feels out there today?
Made that turn at the end.
Well, she should be pretty proud of her performance today.
Yeah, matches that 68 from Austin Kim. That eagle at 15, you thought, yeah, might have a chance, and might still have a chance. They trail by 4. First time she's had around in the 60s here at this championship this week. Austin Kim checking out the coverage and scoring. Smart, stay inside.
Cool off a little bit, let the body temperature come down.
Something Minjee really talked a lot about, that it was going to be one of the keys this week, and I think it probably has been, the recovery and making sure you don't try to do too much round to round in between rounds.
That's pacing yourself coming into a week like this, but then once you get here as well, with all the factors in play, more so than even a typical major, seems to be everything intensified this week. The wind, the heat, the challenge of the golf course, everything that comes along, the long rounds.
So win at the Amundi Evian Championship and also the U.S. Women's Open. Trying to join this group, Yanni Sen, active players with 3 or more major wins. Boy, she was dominant during that run. And the Nordquist, 3-time major champ. Minjee Chun as well. Select group, Lydia Ko, Swilken Bridge. And that's the end of the list. So it is select, and not many in that group. Today would be her 3rd. Kari Webb's right, too. She kind of had that look and that demeanor throughout. That's just her.
She doesn't give a lot away. She just kind of is very stoic player. That's just her personality off the golf course as well. She's just a bit of an introvert, kind of quiet, unassuming type of a person, type of a personality, and that's how she composes herself on the golf course as well. She's got her work cut out for her here, though, on 16. Over the last 2 days, of the 21 players that have been in the left rough, only 2 have found the putting surface.
Right. Camera guy.
fairway yesterday here and missed the green as well, but had a beautiful up and down to save par.
It's really sitting down, Morgan. I mean, you called it. It just has sunk all the way to the bottom of that Bermuda.
Like it goes over the top. Guys, can you just hold up on the left, please? Camera guy, hold up.
Yeah, I think like it's pretty airy behind her.
Yeah.
So kind of like that Thursday.
Yeah.
I think this is enough club.
I do, yeah. It's, just hold on one second. So it's 130 is the top of that mound, so it's going over that speed. Yeah, exactly. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's all that she's looking to do. She has a 7-iron out. She hit a really great 7-iron from a really thick lie back on the 12th as well. And so she's had experience with this. She knows she has to fly this just 130.
Different lie though than on 12. Can she get this to the green?
I think once you get it over that slope, it will be downhill from there, but it's going to chase big from here.
She's really knuckled. She's expected coming out of that deep rough. Going to chase all the way onto the green, but smart play.
Not a bad play at all in the 4-shot lead. Great day, great week for Austin Kim, standing by with Cara.
She is indeed, Terry. My goodness, what a day. You began today, Austin, 9 back in a tie for 10th. You're in a tie for 2nd right now. So tell us, what was your mindset entering this final round?
I just wanted to chase and get as close as I could up to the top. I knew that the course is hard. I just played my percentages and tried to capitalize on good shots today, and I made a lot of good putts, so it ended up working out.
Yeah, chasing you did. 3 consecutive birdies to wrap up the front 9, turned in 4 under. Was the golf course more accessible today in parts?
I think I was hitting it better off the tee than yesterday, so I had a lot more opportunities, but we've seen a lot of the pins before, so I think having that experience or being around the same parts of the greens were very helpful. I just trusted myself and my experience today, and it ended up working out.
This will be your best ever finish in a major championship. I wonder what the adrenaline felt like coming down the stretch, watching the leaderboards. We know you've started working with Rick Sessinghaus earlier this year. How proud are you of how you handled your emotions today?
I'm really proud. I feel like I really enjoyed the competition. I can't say that I've felt these emotions or really enjoyed myself last year, but all I wanted to do today was enjoy it, enjoy the competition, enjoy competing, feel all the emotions, and I didn't really get super nervous until the last approach, and I'm kind of proud of that. I knew that there was a lot on the line, but I handled my emotions pretty well today, and I felt like I regulated everything really well.
Yeah, not just a major championship, but points and a lot of prize money as well. Let's take a look at some of your highlights from today. We'll pick it up at the opening hole, the par 5 that played incredibly tough yesterday. This was your 3rd into the green today.
Yeah, it was howling left, right, and I hit a stock cut, so it's just how far left do I aim, and kind of went a little bit more right than I wanted, but managed to land softly, made a good putt.
Yeah, beautiful way to start the round with a birdie. Then we'll move up to the 7th. This was the start of when you went 3 straight. Talk us through what you saw over this tee shot.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't driver today compared to yesterday, but I hit a really solid 3-wood, and it got a couple of really good bounces. My caddy was looking at it through his rangefinder and kept saying, sit, sit, so I was praying to God that it would sit too, and it managed to sit in that corner right there, and 2 putts for birdie.
Yeah, with that howling wind we can see on the flag. Now here we are at the 8th tee, the par 3.
Yeah, howling the opposite direction compared to 2 holes prior. Really strong right-left again. I was thinking, how far right do I have to aim for this shot, and managed to hit a good one and got it really close.
Austin, that was incredible on a green that has been so hard to hold this week. Now at the par 5 9th, this your 2nd.
This came out a lot more right than I was expecting. I think you could hear me say, please go, please go. And it got like the best bounce ever. It bounced a little bit to the left, and I ended up 2-putting again there. It was a good birdie.
I know you said you like to yap to the golf ball. Well, it was listening today, and then this to save par at 18.
Yeah, I obviously wanted to give the putt a chance and ran it by a little bit further than I wanted, but made a good par. Really proud of how I handled myself today. Putting was really, really good throughout the championship, especially today when I needed it most, so I'm very proud.
Really a terrific round of golf. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
We'll go out to 16.
Wanted to enjoy competing today. That's the best thing I heard from that interview. I mean, that's it. If you can do that, you got a chance.
Yeah, that was their plan today was to come in, enjoy the moment, embrace the opportunity to compete on this stage.
Third for Minjee at 16.
Going to pitch this on the front of the green. It's going to land down grain, downhill, and downwind.
Yeah, all in all, not bad. Nice one yesterday as well, as I mentioned, to save par here at 16. A little bit more work here.
And up to the tee at 17.
This was a moment ago. Miyu Yamashita. Oh, look at this. Tap-in birdie for Miyu Yamashita. Almost an ace there. And she will get back to 2 over par for the championship when she taps that in. We'll go back to the 16.
I believe Hedge and Choi next here.
Yeah, and she has a putter out. She still has about a yard or so of fairway high grass to putt through before it hits the green surface. But it is all downhill.
Saw Minjee there coming down the stretch. She's been 3 over on this stretch through the week. 16, 17, 18. She's not alone. A lot of people have been.
Minjee's been so focused, and you can see her just looking at her yardage book, making sure that she's got the right notes in it, keeping her mind occupied. That's one of the biggest things at this stage. So you don't get caught up in what could be.
What's she writing more?
Looks like maybe where her golf ball landed, how it ended up, some different notes that she might be keeping there.
It's over 2031. Coming back here.
Maybe even for her own stats, her own way to look at things after the round.
I'm kidding. But maybe not. Who knows?
I think if Hedging could have had an extra foot of distance and speed on her putts today, I think we'll be seeing a very close race here with Hedging.
I mentioned all of the factors that these players have to deal with. Hedgen yesterday said she felt a little tired towards the end of that long round, but was able to stay calm. I feel like you feel that even more on Championship Sunday.
This is Nelly Corder for a birdie at 17. No, not going to be, so Nelly's going to remain at 5 over par for the championship. You can see just outside the top 10 as it stands right now.
So here at 16, Gino Tidekun for par.
Her tee shot also went into the left rough. It had a much better lie than Minjee's, but couldn't get it as far down the fairway as Minjee did. So she's pitched up to here, putting back uphill into the wind.
Seems like it's really picking up right now too. Some gusts.
It's been like that all day. Like a couple of holes, you think it's gone. Next minute, it's up there again. It's obviously affecting her because of the direction it's borne her left shoulder.
One of the things that really she struggled with a little bit yesterday was putting in the wind.
Kept traveling. Yeah, it's got to be a disappointing weekend for her. One of the favorites coming in, no doubt. Number 2 player in the world, won 5 times. Hasn't won a major and played great. 68 on day 1, 2 under on day 2, but then a 76 yesterday and a couple over today. Minjee taking a look at this par putt.
Caddy Mike Patterson has been heavily involved in her green reading all day. And looking at where she's looking here, she's expecting this to move a little left.
Right away.
As confident of a stroke as the ones that she's made on the previous 3 holes. some life.
Has not entirely sealed the deal.
Left immediately off the putter here, never high enough.
So he's got the par 3 next. You want to take care of that because you don't want to come to 18 and have this thing right there.
She has a little bit of room to play with, but don't want to make it too stressful on yourself.
Joy with this left.
And I look at Hejin and I wonder what the missing piece of the puzzle is for her. Because in my mind, Morgan, she has everything that you need to be a champion out here.
She has been so close. We talked to her coach about it. He said, you know, she's in a great place physically and mentally, and just stick to the process, to the ups and downs. She has a pretty good attitude about her close calls. Just sees them as stepping stones, but eventually she's got to feel like, will it ever happen? I would say yes. I would say that's a good bet, that eventually Hejin Choi will find her way into the winner's circle.
And I think in the same way as we'll see Gino get her major eventually too.
So at one point in this championship, she was 6 under par. Struggle over the weekend, 1 over. EY, this to finish with a birdie, get it to even.
Slider back into the wind. Oh, it didn't move.
Stayed right there.
Yeah, I would have read it the same way. Expected it to fall right.
We've seen it go right.
She's just a very impressive player. She and her twin sister, Akie, rookies on tour this year. Fun to watch. Seems to love the stage.
With a win already this season on the LPGA Tour. 1 under 71. Subpar round here to finish up. So we go back to 17.
Yeah, that final 3-ball just making their way to the tee on this par 3, which is only playing 117 yards. It's not one of the more difficult holes on the golf course. And Minjee has a 3-shot lead. There's plenty of room to the right of the hole today. This is one of the easier greens to hit. So that being said, you'd think it would be a relatively simple task, but not when you're trying to win a major championship and the wind is whipping across this hole from left to right.
Exactly right, Tom. That wind is going to be a big key. With a lofted club in your hands, it obviously takes more of that wind into consideration. I think you're looking at, you can start the ball at that flag and let the wind just drift it to the right. Plenty of green over there, as you were saying.
Hejin Choi to go first.
And in some respects, that's good for Minjee because she doesn't have to be the guinea pig on the hole. She can watch how Hejin's ball reacts when it's up in the air and what it does when it's on the green. Helps to make good informed decisions.
What are they, cherries that she's eating there?
You could learn from her, those candy bars you bring into the booth all the time.
Yeah, and so, as you say that, somebody has just handed me a freshly baked cookie.
No doubt,
How
I don't
fitting.
doubt it.
How fitting. It is getting close to dinner time here, or afternoon snack time. 5 o'clock on the East Coast, just gone. Pace of play has been a bit of an issue here this week. In fact, they had to play in 3 balls today. So things got a little bit slow yesterday. We wanted to make sure we finished on time today, which we are going to do. And Hejin's ready to play.
And she has a gap wedge. Interesting that she's teeing it up all on the far left side of this tee, which means she's going to try and push this more out to the right. and take that left side out of play, because if you go down left of this green, that's not a very fun chip where this flag is located today.
Hates it.
Yeah, it's a poor strike. Put this on the dance floor.
It's a slow putt up the hill, but can't risk anything left, as you said, Karen. Just have to. Minjee's got to be looking probably halfway between Hedgen's ball and the hole right now.
She's very disciplined.
Yeah, it's the normal shot.
With her game and her targets. She also has a gap wedge. I like what Kari was saying. Her demeanour just hasn't changed one bit, no matter what's been going on the golf course. That's a good-looking shot.
Yeah, that is what you would expect from a player with 10 wins on the LPGA Tour, 2 major victories, and the most consistent campaigner in the majors in 2022 when she won that US Women's Rolex Arnica Major Award that year. Now, Gino Tidicum.
Expect the same here from Gino. Such a similar ball flight to Minjee. She'll know exactly what this will do. Really aggressive line here.
Well, it's a 3-shot lead right now for Minjee Lee, but it hasn't been clear sailing throughout. Good.
First birdie of the day here on one of the easiest holes on the golf course, par 5-9. A lot of players had a chance because of a few bobbles, especially from Minjee early, but nobody was able to put a ton of pressure on her. And the most pressure came from somebody 9 back,
Exactly.
Austin Kim.
Like a decent lie in the rough for Nelly, but just short into the bunker. How, as we keep it here for Lexi Thompson, how about Nelly in her game right now, where she is?
Yeah, she's talked about how she just hasn't quite been able to put 4 rounds together, hasn't been able to break through the winner's circle this season yet. Still plenty of golf left to play. I think it's a little bit about the putter for Nelly.
Lexi now here at 18.
Be another major for Lexi this week, but she was in contention at the Chevron Championship here as well, especially bouncing back after that horrid start yesterday. She should be proud of her performance this week.
Yeah, she was 4 over after 2 holes yesterday when she was in contention, and then 1 under the rest of the way.
Over at the 17th, Hedgen Choi has this for birdie.
This one's uphill. The wind is going to push this to the right a little bit as it approaches the hole.
I've seen a lot of players leave it short today from over there. Our uninterrupted coverage during this final hour of the KPMG Women's PGA Championship was presented by Callaway and the Chrome Tour Golf Ball. Brings to a conclusion at Fields Ranch East at PGA Frisco, hosting this championship for the first time. Minjee Lee will certainly remember this week with the way that she has battled some incredibly difficult conditions, maybe the most difficult conditions we've seen on consecutive days at a major championship in the US.
And I think you can combine that with a golf course that has just been unrelenting for these players as well. Not only have they fought the heat and the wind, but I mean a very tough, stern test of golf. This putt for Minjee is uphill. Got some left swing to it as well.
Well, 3 here was kind of all she needed to do. And it will be a 3-shot lead going down the 72nd hole in a major championship for Minjee Lee. 29 years of age last month. A vast amount of experience. To what Terry was saying, Gino Tidigan, how disappointed she would be leading coming into the weekend here. And I think she was really confident with her game over the first couple of days, and it's just turned around. This club made a big difference. She putted so well on Thursday.
She did, and then when the putts don't start to drop, the rest of your game has to pick up the slack, and that puts so much pressure on everything else.
Put that in statistical context. Tom and Karen, she made almost 200 feet of putts in round 1, 199.5. So far in the last three rounds, 169 feet of putts. So hasn't even hit that mark from the first round. It's been the biggest difference for her.
Minjee busy making notes. Maybe a way to keep her mind focused on the golf, not let it wander, just concentrating on keeping the stats and the numbers going through her routine. And this is how far short Hye-Jin Choi was with that birdie putt, so still has this for a par.
Yeah, having to work really hard. It's the last thing you want to do coming down the last few holes in the major, is really having to grind on those pars when you've put yourself in a decent position on the green. And especially as the galleries and the crowds are all starting to move on, because we want to catch a glimpse of Minjee's shot at the last.
Just so difficult into that stiff breeze. So it's a bogey for Hye-Jin Choi. Won't really matter in the outcome of the championship, but it will matter for Hye-Jin Choi and the points and the money that she's going to earn here this week. And we'll go to the 18th.
Miyu Yamashita, a moment ago, her third here at the last. Excellent. Really good week here in Texas for her. Corda in the bunker.
Yesterday, that same inside bunker.
It's a tap-in range yesterday. So still #1 in the world. Been there for some time. Been a dominant player out here, obviously, but in search of that first victory here in 2025. 2 players closest in the clubhouse already. Thompson on this green right in front of the hotel, the Omni, and home of the PGA of America. All I've built here. Likely one.
Keeping your rhythm when it's this windy on these long putts. Nice stable base.
Not a full-time player, obviously now. That announcement at the end of last year, so play next week and then take a break. Presence felt in major championships, though.
It's freed her up, I feel like, what we've seen when she has played. Even though she, like I said, she doesn't feel like she has her best stuff out there. She's putting together some really solid scores. iron play hasn't quite been up to par with what we've seen from her when she went on that incredible run early last season. A lot of pressure on your short game as well. Putting your irons the way that you want.
And pressure, whether she shows it or not, it's got to be there every single week when she plays. #1 in the world and the most celebrated golfer out here, 76 after the 72 yesterday, 6 over. So we go back to this final tee, and Minjee Lee getting set at 4 under with a 3-shot lead.
And there's so much to think about on this 18th tee. We've seen players run through the fairway quite easily. Do you go left of the centre bunker, right of the centre bunker? Trying to figure out the release is difficult. You've got the wind direction, which is down and off the left.
It sounded like they said 7 wood, Karen.
It sort of sound like that.
Yep.
This has been the second hardest fairway to hit today. It's not an easy one. Really have to avoid that bunker.
Let her go!
She's going just to the right of the bunker.
Good.
Oh, that is perfect, Karen. Her heart had to be racing over that tee shot. And absolutely perfect.
It is that final challenge, right? That thinking about that bunker and running past and into the rough and making the rest of the hole difficult. A big number there, so sigh of relief. Gino?
Also clubbing down here. It's nice for Gino to follow Minjee because she knows exactly what this shot will do. He started at that bunker trying to fade away from it.
She takes a nice soft bounce as well. Won't release through the fairway.
Avoid that divot right there. Well done. Up on the green, Lexi for par. Yep. So 76 here today, finishes up at 5 over. In the championship, where only 3 players are under par. Edge and Choi.
As much as you were disappointed with the previous hole, just got to play well here.
Okay, and a bad lie there in the right rough. All 3 off the tee and walking up to their second shots here in the 72nd hole of this 3rd major championship of the season on the LPGA Tour. And it's a 3-shot lead for Minjee Lee, the 29-year-old from Australia. Trying to close out another major championship here, and so impressive. Yesterday's 3 under bogey-free round was, I think, the round of the championship. Everybody else struggled. And you think about her career to this point, Morgan, 10 wins, but this will be her 3rd major. So 3 majors and 11 wins. You go kind of from a very good career to you start talking about this as a great career.
Yeah, getting closer to a Hall of Fame career. She has all the talent in the world, and I know we've talked a lot about her putting this week and that switch to the broomstick putter. She's really struggled over the last season to close the deal. Really struggled after the U.S. Women's Open. Lost last season. That really hurt her. Her coach earlier this season, Richie Smith, said that this putter has given her really new life. He's seen her smile again. She has the motivation to train, to practice, and that's what we're seeing here. And has it ever worked? Those 3 putts on 13, 14, and 15. I cannot stress enough how important those were to get her back into control of this tournament after a rough start, a shaky start, which is natural when you start the day with such a big lead. It was 5 after the very first hole.
Also that mindset playing in a major championship. Yes, it all the time you start thinking pars, and I don't have to go 20 under par to win this thing. But, I mean, the scoring average this week is the highest at a major championship on the LPGA Tour in some 12 years. This was extra tough this week with the heat and the wind, the elements.
Minjee prepared very well coming into this week. She came here, lives here locally in the area, came here to play practice rounds ahead of this week to make the week itself a little bit easier in terms of not having to cram all of her prep in. And she has just been so composed. She didn't get flustered with that poor start. 3 bogeys early in her round and just stayed patient. Didn't try to force anything, didn't try to rush. And I mean, that tee shot on 18, like I said, had to be nervous. But a beauty down there in perfect position now.
First 3-time major winner of the 2020s this decade, and joined that group of, as we say, great players. The great tradition from players from Australia, Jane Stevenson, Kari Webb, 3 or more major championships in their careers. Credit to the gallery for making its way around here. 18 holes the last couple of days too, not easy.
Long walk as well, big property.
Insane notes in the yardage book.
Good swing right here.
Found herself on a little downhill line.
Yeah. 37. We did 10 help to carry the front. Much yeah, that's fine. I like that.
Did you think it was this?
No, that's fine.
Did you think it's some sort of this?
I did. Yeah. I just think it's normal.
Normal, yeah?
Yeah.
So the pin's good, yeah?
Even if it's, yeah, pin's perfect actually.
That's good? Yeah.
Yeah.
So if anything is left to right a tiny bit?
Very slightly, but it's nearly all down. Nearly straight down. Okay.
I think all credit to Mikey Patterson, her caddy too. I mean, he's been there constantly talking to her, making sure she knows what she's doing throughout the whole day. I think that's so crucial for players. Just to have something to take your mind off things, or to keep your mind in it. This is a 7-iron.
Caddy for Kari, majority of her career as well. Doesn't hit the brakes.
Avoided trouble on the last. Could have been a disappointing weekend for her second now.
Has an 8-iron, also from a downhill line. This one's fading.
Come out pretty much normal number. Yeah, I like it.
His chance to become the number 1 player in the world this week. Win, and if Nelly would have finished 11th or worse, not going to happen. Last of the 3, Hedge and Choi.
Also with the 8-iron. And you don't expect this one to get any kind of spin at all from the rough. Every ball's been bouncing even from the fairway, so she has to allow for even more.
No way to stop that on the green. I can't believe that landed so softly, Karen.
Somehow it did.
Wow.
So the welcome for this final group on the gallery up to this green at the last. And Minjee Lee on her way to closing out another major championship. Brother Minwoo done for the day, playing in the Travelers, no doubt well aware of what's taking place here in that walk. Feels a little bit better up by 3 than this got close early on, and you got to give her so much credit. She had 3 early bogeys, but never flinched, never looked any different walking the fairways.
Now she can let out a sigh of relief. It has been hard work to this point, but now she has putter in her hand with the 3-shot leads.
And those who are 3 behind, are both done.
Patterson there walking alongside her. Joined her team in this past year. Won 4 majors with Kari Webb. Such a mentor to Minjee, as we've talked about. Has to be special for him as well to share in this moment with Minjee.
That's the Hannah Green major champ who's up here. Got Kiriakou is from Australia up there waiting for Minjee Lee to celebrate. And it hasn't been the best season for her. Early on had a 2nd place finish, but you come here to a major championship, you find something and hold it together for 4 days. And now you close this one out and people start talking about a career Grand Slam for Minjee Lee.
She just persevered. She absolutely persevered this week in some of the most brutal conditions we have seen on the LPGA Tour in major championship golf. Team Aussie ready to explode back there.
Championship trophy as well.
I mentioned it going back to Hazeltine next year where Hannah Green won this championship. So having both of their names in the mix next year for this championship as quote unquote defending would be pretty cool.
The Mundial Evian Championship back in 2021, our first major, and then that great win, and it was hot Pine Needles that year too, 2022 for the U.S. Women's Open.
And I feel like there are some similarities to this course and Pine Needles in terms of a lot of the runoffs, the Bermuda grass, some of the different challenges of the heat, like you mentioned. And there she won in convincing fashion. Started the day with a big lead, never looked back.
As opposed to that recent U.S. Women's Open, sharing the lead going into the final round and really struggling and taking some criticism for that.
I think mentally it took her quite a while to recover from that. I think that one really hurt. Something quite like an athlete being able to dig themselves out of a slump like that, out of a hole, more mentally than anything. Physical.
Especially in this game, solitary game. It can be a lonely game at times.
Especially when you're struggling. We always show on TV on Sunday those who are hoisting the trophy.
Playing well, yeah.
But when you're not up there and that's where you're used to being, it is a tough, tough game. It's cruel. It can be cruel at times.
Ball somehow stopped right in this area from the rough for Hedge and Choi. This for birdie.
This low.
Karen, what about Gino Titakun and what you've seen from her today?
Well, I think she tried to come out the gates quickly. She tried to make something happen early and got stung a bit by being aggressive. And that's really the problem, is that she let things get away from her early and never has been able to recover. She's hit some good quality shots. She just hasn't had the putter that she had on the first couple of days. But she's right there.
All of those putts.
All right,
somehow
fans,
we're going
the marquee
in on
pairing. Let's get them a Texas welcome. From Australia, Minjee Lee. From Thailand, Gino Titakun. And from the Republic of Korea, Haji Choi.
Kind of startled me for a moment.
May have startled them as well. Karen, did that startle you?
I was expecting it as we were walking up to the green.
Exactly. Just off the green for Minjee.
Karen, you talked about being able to exhale when you hit that final green at the AIG Women's Open en route to victory.
It was that moment that you know that you've got it, and the key after that is trying to keep yourself focused on still this job in hand. It's so hard because you want to enjoy it so much.
In the hole.
All right. Same expression, same emotion. Maybe not inside, but as we've seen for 4 days.
To Karen's point, it is hard to stay focused here. This is when you could maybe let your mind wander a little bit, just in terms of, okay, it's going to happen,
Yeah.
and now it's just a matter of when.
And eventually it's going to happen for Hedge and Choi, as you said. So close, so often. 74 here, 2 over on the final day. Let's make it official. Minjee Lee battles the Texas wind and heat, and now she's a 3-time major champ. Here come the Aussies.
And the Kiwis.
Yeah.
How's that going to feel in this heat? Nice cold champagne shower. Well deserved. Take a swig, Minjee.
okay?
Oh.
Oh my god. Thanks, guys. I'll give it back to you. Thank you. Coming out. Congrats.
Close out a major championship, and when you look up at the board, 4 under is the total in these conditions this week. That is so impressive.
It's played more like the U.S. Open than any KPMG Women's PGA Championship I have seen. Tough test of everything that you've got this week, and Minjee showed us that she has it all. We're going to save some of that champagne for the celebration later. Is there more where that comes from?
Plenty more. Yeah, plenty more. So in a week when only 3 players finish under par, it's a 4 under total for Minjee Lee, who's won for the 11th time out here, and it's her 3rd major.
Right, Terry, start thinking career Grand Slam.
Absolutely.
Start thinking Hall of Fame career.
And still just 29 years of age. So final round 74, yeah, even more impressive because of the early struggles, the 3 early bogeys, and to be able to hold it together and still win by 3 when you started the day up by 4. Sane and Kim, great week for them as well as we continue. Today's coverage is brought to you by KPMG and by Chase Sapphire. Upgrade your travel and dining experiences with Chase Sapphire. Minjee Lee closing out 71st edition of KPMG Women's PGA Championship. 3-time major winner now. And a special message from her brother, Min Woo.
Congrats, Minjee, for winning the KPMG Women's PGA Championship. I'm so proud of you. The last couple years have been tough, and I'm so glad to see you back in the winner's circle. I'm proud of you and love you.
Yeah, it's so cool to watch them play through the years, support each other's game here at the top level. Final round 74 and a 3-shot victory for Minjee Lee. Jeanette, they want to say, and Austin Kim, great runs today with a 68 each and sharing second place. Well, the KPMG Women's PGA Championship, operated by the PGA of America since 2015, has built on the history and tradition of the LPGA Championship, which began in 1955 and is the second oldest major in the women's game.
I don't know what word can describe how I feel right now. It was a pretty good day for me.
I just wanted to work hard and get better, and here I am.
Very thrilled to have this trophy.
Yeah, I'm pretty emotional, not gonna lie. Yeah, I reached my big goal, so I'm very happy with that. I don't even have words, honestly.
It just means a lot.
8 under has the lead in this championship.
I know I have to make birdie at this hole to win the championship, and I'm glad I did it.
She stood the test of time and at long last has her major.
Been a big part of the tradition of this game since the mid-1950s. This latest version won by Minjee Lee, as we send it down to Tom Abbott for the trophy presentation.
Well, thank you, Terry. I'm down here on the 18th green, and we can begin our trophy presentation for the KPMG Women's PGA Championship. I'd like to introduce some folks who are with me here on the green. To my far left is Paul Knopp, the U.S. Chair and CEO of KPMG. We have Liz Moore, the Interim Commissioner of the LPGA Tour. And Don Ray Jr., the President of the PGA of America. And to begin the presentation, I'd like to invite Don to say a few words. Don?
Well, thank you very much. First, I'd like to thank the over 1,000 volunteers that were here helping us out. Please give them a round of applause. Oh, man. Thank you so much. The Northern Texas PGA, Mark Harrison, Cameron Doan, thank you so much for your hospitality this week. I also want to thank the Omni PGA Frisco. Jeff, your team was amazing in helping us pull this off. Yeah, please, yes. Our hometown, the city of Frisco, thank you. And spectators, you were amazing this week. We appreciate you. Liz, your leadership has been outstanding. Thank you for this week. Awesome LPGA. A little bit, give me a little bit. Thank you. And then finally, Paul Knopp, amazing. We thank you, the KPMG family. This relationship's special. Thank you very much this week. And now, without further ado, on behalf of the 32,000 PGA of America golf professionals, the LPGA and KPMG, I'd like to announce our winner of the 2025 KPMG Women's PGA Championship, Minjee Lee. Congratulations.
I'll let you put that down, Minjee, because I know it's pretty heavy. Don may help you if you need a hand there. Okay. You'll have plenty of time to lift that and take some great pictures, I'm sure. Wow, what a week. It was a battle against the conditions. It was a battle against the golf course. What does it say about the way you play the game that you were able to be the victor now on this green?
A lot of patience out there today. Obviously, I had up and downs today, and I just felt like some shots were going my way and some shots weren't, but I knew there were some opportunities coming down the stretch to make some birdies and close the gap a little bit. So, yeah, I just played my very best.
You've won a major championship from chasing from behind to win. You've won a major championship from being in front. What did you tell yourself today with that lead going into the final day?
I just said, just stick to my game plan. You know, it's a battle against myself pretty much, especially with how tough the conditions were this whole week, not just today, just amplified today because it's a major Sunday. But yeah, just be patient and take every shot as it comes.
Do you wish you'd gone to the long putter a little bit earlier?
No, I don't, but it is working for me now, and that's great.
Yeah, you made some really important putts coming down the stretch. How difficult was it coming down those last few holes, staying in the championship mode because it looked like you were going to get your hands on the trophy?
Yeah, so pretty much I saw every single leaderboard and I knew exactly where I was pretty much all of today. So yeah, I just try to, you know, I check the scores and then I just come back to each shot and try and execute it the best that I could. So yeah, I just really played within myself today, I think.
It's going to be a special one next year because you go to Hazeltine, where you'll be the defending champion, and Hannah Green will be the defending champion at that golf course. You must be very proud to be an Australian now with 3 major championships. There are only 2 other Australian women that have been able to do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's really cool, especially, you know, being only a couple of us or a few of us who have done it so far. So, yeah, no, it's just a really special feeling.
On our broadcast, we had a special message just a few minutes ago from your brother congratulating you and celebrating, obviously, your victory. I think your mother has been here this week. What does family mean to you, and how have they helped you to be to this point in your career?
I mean, my parents have sacrificed so much for me to be in this position, so, you know, I can't say more thanks than I'm already thankful. So, yeah, I mean, it's just extra special that I could win in front of them, and obviously, wherever Minwoo is, he's supporting me out there, and, you know, he's a social media nut, so he's all on top of that. So it is really cool, and obviously my dad's back in Oz. He's, I don't know what time it is there, but he's tuning in, and they're always got my back, so it's really nice, and it's great support and unconditional.
Well, Minjee, you fully deserve the victory here this week. A fantastic performance. Lift this famous trophy one more time for us as the KPMG Women's PGA Champion, Minjee Lee. Terry, back to you.
All right, Tom, thank you. It was nice of the wind to lay down for the trophy presentation a little bit, too. First time in 4 days, I think, that it has done that. So she joins this group. That's pretty impressive, these names, Morgan.
Incredible list right there for Minjee to join. And now starts thinking about that career Grand Slam. It's really amazing how she's been able to pull herself out of the rough couple years that Minwoo mentioned, find her way back, not only into the winner's circle, but another major championship.
Yeah, and with that putter that Tom mentioned, too, so much confidence at this point. Wouldn't be surprised if she had a great second half of the season. Got a couple more majors to go. The Hyundai Evian Championship and G Women's Open Port Call. So Minjee Lee, the winner by 3. Some of those big names finishing up at 5 over par. Charlie Hall and Lydia Ko. And Lexi Thompson as well. 4 over 76 the final day. Really a great comeback yesterday after a tough start. But after a round today, Cara Banks caught up with Lexi.
Terry, thank you. I'm alongside Lexi Thompson. Lexi, another good performance at a major championship. Obviously not the result you wanted, but what will you take away from this week?
Yeah, a lot of positives to take from the week. This week was very difficult between the wind and just how the golf course was playing. It was overall a very challenging week, but positives with, I guess, a top 15 finish and taking into next week, pairing up with Megan Kang.
There is no doubt about it. The fans love seeing you out here. How much do you love the reception that you receive everywhere you go?
Yeah, I'm truly grateful just for every single one of my fans. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot out here just with how hot it was, which is understandable, but there were so many little kids that were out here supporting us women golfers. So I'm grateful for every single one of them and hopefully just growing the game.
So playing next week with Megan, and then what's next for Lexi?
I am taking time off. I felt like I just played 3 weeks in one, so I'm ready for a good 5-6 week break now.
Enjoy it, and probably back to some wedding planning.
Yes, definitely will.
We'll see you soon. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, right to some time away from the golf course. Great to see Lexi Thompson out here in a major championship and be in the mix and come back yesterday with that impressive round. How about this particular championship at this golf course under these conditions? you always know when you come to a major championship, it's going to be 4 days where it's going to wear on you over the course of 4 days, but especially to survive at 4 under and win it on this.
It truly was a test of survival. Our first look here at PGA Frisco Fields Ranch East. It was a tough test of golf this week. I mean, you would expect that in a major championship, but they were some of the highest rounds to par of any rounds in the LPGA Tour, on the LPGA Tour this season, and Minjee just with an incredible performance. And you kind of felt like she finally had that opportunity to exhale there with Tom. I loved he asked her about the broomstick putter if she wanted to switch earlier. Let's put it in perspective. Last season, she was 137th stroke gain putting on tour. This week, led the field. How about that for flipping the script and finding her way back into the winner's circle?
What's this do for you, especially she's, I don't say struggled big time the last 2 years, but as Min Woo said, it haven't been the greatest years this season. We talked about it. And then to come here and get a major championship for the rest of this season and the rest of the way.
Yeah, I think it's even more important that she had such a big lead and was able to get it done because of losing that U.S. Women's Open last year. That, as we talked about, that really hurt her. So to have that big lead coming into today, all that pressure that is on you in that moment, and to be able to get it done, especially considering she had a really rough front nine. So able to bounce back and just hang tough coming down the stretch, make the putts when it mattered the most, and that's why she's our champion.
During that rough front nine, others were 157 today.
A little bit easier today than it had previously in the week, but still, this beauty to keep her momentum. First time herself as well, two-time winner on tour, but first time really contending in a major championship, trying to come pressure on Minjee. Nobody else really from back in the pack was breathing down her neck.
So they're applying some pressure. This was a par putt, one of those major championship par putts down the stretch.
At that point, her lead could have been cut to 1.
Yeah.
And that was the moment, really, where she gained some confidence with this club in her hand.
Actually, to close it out, a 3-shot victory for major number 3. Those low points like the U.S. Women's Open last year kind of make these moments even better. And see what here's the team indeed. She'll be the defending champion. And a green 1 there, as Tom said last time. So moving up, not only career-wise with 11 wins and 3 majors, but moving up the race to the CME Globe as well, that season-long race. And another look. Still, you look at this and you go, 3 players under par for the week, and they're the best players in the world here. That is how difficult the test was this week, Morgan.
Yeah, it was fun. It was really, perseverance was the absolute key this week, staying focused in these long rounds of golf and executing to perfection.
So a reminder, coming up next, except on the West Coast, it's your local news. Saying goodbye here from Texas, but looking ahead to the rest of the season and 2 more major championships. Beautiful Evian Resort, among the Evian and AIG Women's Open protocol in Wales. So our first look here on the LPGA Tour, PGA Frisco, and took a heck of an effort to overcome the elements this week. 4 under par. It's Minjee Lee who wins for the 11th time on tour and wins her 3rd major championship. 4. Morgan Trussell and the crew. I'm Terry Gannon saying so long, everybody, from Texas.